today. They don't give me anything. But isn't it a shame that we have to take it back? Isn't it a shame that we find ourselves right now begging for a right that 44 out of 50 states have, which is to open carry a firearm?
Right.
We're begging for a right that 31 states have that don't require any kind of permission slip from the government. We're begging for a right that 5 states recognize. And yet Texas, the home of the Alamo, the home of Gonzales, Davy Crockett, all those patriots, doesn't allow the open carry of a modern handgun. I can walk around with my AR-15, I can walk around with my AK-47, and if I jump through the right hoops, those can be automatic. I can walk around with just about any high-powered, low-powered, medium-powered rifle out there. But by golly, if this were a real pistol, I'd be a criminal. If I pick up my pant leg, I'd be a criminal. A thin piece of cloth is what separates you from being a law-abiding citizen and a criminal. That does not sit right with me. Thankfully, it doesn't sit right with many Texans, and for the first time in Texas history, since our rights were stolen from us after the Reconstruction period and the 1845 Constitution, for the first time, this legislator listened to you, and they passed open carry and campus carry out of the legislature, but they only listened to you with 1 ear open, because they're still requiring you to beg for permission from these people that took your rights away without asking you, but now they're demanding that you ask for them back. We have had thousands, if you include all the groups that come and take it Texas, Texas Carry, Open Carry Texas, all the different county groups that are out there, we have had over 3,000 walks across this state, carrying rifles, carrying black powder revolvers. And I'm going to ask you guys a question, just one guess. How many people have been raped, robbed, mugged, murdered, shot, killed, whatever? Any guesses?
Zero!
Zero! And we were carrying those scary rifles. We were carrying those assault rifles. We were carrying those guns that they carry over in the combat zones. And 0 people got hurt and injured.
How many people have Moms Demand Action bodyguards assaulted?
How many people have Moms Demand Action bodyguards? How many have they assaulted here in the Capitol? At least one that we know of. We are fighting a major battle here in Texas. We are fighting for liberty on many different fronts. There is a magical line that surrounds this complex. Yesterday when I was here, I didn't have a yellow pistol in here. I had a black rubber pistol. And I'm minding my own business, talking with Terry, with a few other people. And up here come some of these DPS troopers. And by golly, they saw me carrying something that looked like a gun. And so they walk up. Well, first they got their back up, because apparently you can't take me man on man. So they brought 2 people. Then they realized they were still outnumbered. So they went and grabbed some more. They come over there, they start to approach me, and they realize, oh crap, that's a rubber pistol, it's not real. Did they leave? No. They pulled out their little book. What can we get CJ for? What can we get CJ? Well, I don't see anything in here. Let's go talk to the supervisor. So they walk up here and call a couple supervisors up. Supervisor pulls out his book. What can we get CJ for? By golly, he's got a piece of plastic that is molded in the shape of a gun. There's got to be a law against that. Instead of recognizing that I have the right to this symbolic protest, we had a man arrested a week and a half ago during the hearing for symbolic protest, which is guaranteed under our Constitution in the state and our Constitution at the federal level. This piece of plastic just happened to be molded in the shape of a gun. It was a dollar store cowboy pistol with an orange plastic tip on it. And all he did was ask those DPS troopers, what law am I breaking? have the support to pass the House.
He lied!
He did lie. The support is there. Joe Strauss doesn't want to offend his Democratic supporters. Joe Strauss needs to be primary next election. He needs to be primary out because you can't trust the people in this building to honor their word to you when you elected them into this office on a campaign to oppose Joe Strauss. So the only way you can get rid of Joe Strauss is to vote him out in the primaries. And I hope there's somebody here in his district that's willing to do that. Matt Beebe. All right, there you go. Now on that note, then I'm gonna end it because my heart's pounding. I'm getting a little worked up. That elected cycle that we have, this legislative process that we have, it is one thing for you to come here today. It's one thing for you to go to the Capitol. It's one thing for you to go to your representative districts and talk to your representatives and demand things or ask for things. What we need are not patriots who are willing to make phone calls. Not patriots who are willing to send letters and emails. Not patriots who are willing to follow me or follow the other open carry groups because I'm nothing special. I'm one of you guys. Without you guys, I'm just a crazy guy hiking through the country with my son, carrying a rifle. We need patriots to stand up and run for office. We need you to populate this building. That is how we're going to get our rights back. Because the people in this building, they don't care that people are getting falsely arrested here. And they have the power to stop that. They don't care about your right to be able to drive, transportation, carry a firearm in self-defense of yourself and others the way our Constitution reads. They don't care about that. They don't care about your right to your own education. What they care about, this is what they tell me when we talk about open carry here, and I talk to all these legislators, what they care about is, well, CJ, I need to talk to the law enforcement community and find out what they think.
Yeah, you can stand up.
Really?
Our guns are meant to defend us against tyranny, against the state.
Yep.
That's the whole point. Did they go to Hitler and ask Hitler, hey, what do you think we should do about giving these Jews their freedom?
Nope.
They didn't do that. That's not what we need to be doing. We need to run for office. Whether you win or lose, it doesn't matter because there are people in this. Terry Holt was a perfect example of this. He ran for office. He lost, but what he did was he moved that winning candidate closer to the Liberty side because he was forced into more of the Liberty side. So even if you lose, don't go in it to lose, but even if you lose, you have forced that candidate into a